Well, hello there. Welcome to part 3 of Viewers' Day. And we've had such a dramatic turn in the weather here in Northampton. It's dark and dingy, so I've had to put some light on. Anyway, this is the weather report, and let's get back to the business. So this classic album show today was a poll that I set on Twitter, and Queen beat Pink Floyd. So we're looking at the very first album that Queen put out, released by EMI on 13th of July 1973, produced by Roy Thomas Baker and the band themselves. Quite a mixture on here, bit of folklore, bit of religion, and one song written by a guy that was with Brian May in Smile. Really good album, and there's something quite interesting on this. The credits on the album for the band, it's Freddie Mercury, Brian May, Roger Taylor was credited as Roger Meadows Taylor, and John Deacon for some reason was credited as Deacon John. I thought he was a member of the ministry. Terrific album. It's a solid album from start to finish. Do you know what? It's so dark in here, I'm going to put the big light on. Do a minute. Won't be a moment. That's better. Sorry about that, folks. The light was just getting worse. It's a great debut. So let's look at these classic songs. Okay, the first one, Keep Yourself Alive. That's got that start of that great riff. And it just builds and builds. And then Freddie comes in with that fantastic voice of his. Then you get in that bit in the middle with the drums. Then you get everyone singing a little bit. And then you get that terrific guitar solo. What a way to open an album. And they played it right up till I think the Works tour. It was a staple track, one of the heaviest tracks. Love the song to death. Then the next song, this is written by Brian May and Tim Staffel for Smile, Doing All Right. This is my favourite song on this album. I love how it starts. We get that nice, gentle piano, little bits of Brian May, little twinkle bits of the song, and then all of a sudden you get John Deacon coming in with that great jazzy bass line, and the piano comes in, and then all of a sudden you get this heavy, hard riff that blows your socks off. Terrific song. Then it just drifts back into that nice mellow start again, and then it goes straight back into that heavy stuff with the guitar solo that would knock the skin off a rice pudding. It is absolutely terrific track. Love it to bits. Next track, great, King Rat. That crunching start, that riff. So quite progressive, this song. It's one of their proggy rock songs. Brilliant track, nice harmonies, terrific. He's just, you can't, three tracks in and they're just mind blowing for a debut album as well. Freddie's vocals on this are terrific. Fantastic song. Next track, My Fairy King. That start. You get that wah, wah, and then Freddie comes in on the piano and the drums. Then you get that blistering wailing from Roger Taylor. Great guitar solo. It is just brilliant. Then we get Liar, classic song. Love that driving riff at the start. And then you get this great vocal from Freddie, and then you get the rock guitars coming back in. Again, another staple live track, just great track. Then we mellow down, and this is where we see how diverse Queen are. The Night Comes Down. Freddie's vocal is amazing on this, but it's a bit more subdued, and that's what I like about Queen. They can play anything and it sounds great. So you've had this nice quiet track, really tranquil and that, and then Roger Taylor starts singing this heavy rock song, Modern Times Rock and Roll. This has got to be one of the heaviest things that Queen ever did. It is so heavy but brilliant at the same time. And we carry on from that. Son and Daughter. This is the first track you really hear them Queen harmonies. Oh, and then that driving riff, Freddie's vocal killing the song, kills this one. It's absolutely fantastic. He's all over this. Then we get the quirky little song Jesus. Pianos and guitars, great, fantastic song. And then you get Seas of Rhye, or the instrumental bit at the beginning with the piano. It hasn't got that solo in it at the moment, so that song is just a little taster because we was going to get it on the second album. Now, if you've got the remaster version of this album, and if you haven't, I'll put this song in the playlist because it's worth it. It's called Mad the Swine. It was actually recorded in June of '72. It's a very 60s sounding song. Really, nice song, nice harmonies. And then you get this great guitar solo. It's worth listening just for Brian May's guitar solo. So that was Queen's first album. And what a debut. Obviously, I do remember it coming out. And I do remember us having a copy somewhere in the house, but it wasn't until a bit later on, I think it was about 2 or 3 years later, that I really heard this song, this album, and I've loved it from day one. I play it a lot because it's just brilliant. And so, for RTO ranking of it, I've got to give it a 10 out of 10. It's probably one of the best debut albums you'll ever hear. It is such a great album. If you haven't listened to it, go back and listen to it, and if you've got it and you haven't heard it for a little time, put it on. Just remember where the Queen came from. This was very early in their, this is the beginning of their career, and you could tell from then that they were going to be great. So this is the last show of the day. It's dark and dingy, so God knows what it'll be. It'll be dark by 6 o'clock at this rate. So that's for today. Tomorrow we've still got a bit of a Queen theme in the morning. We're doing Roger Taylor's solo albums. Remember, I was going to do a Strange Frontier, and then I found all the other albums. I've listened to them all now, so I'm going to be ranking Roger Taylor's solo career. Just his solo albums, Not With the Cross, that's to come later date. And then the second show tomorrow is a retro ranking. This one came up after a discussion on the live feed the other week. Oh, talking of live feeds, there'll be no live feed this week. I've got something else I need to do Thursday night, so no live feed as such, but I will put up an update for next week. I'll do a little short video letting you guys know what's going on the following week, and I'll put up a list of what's going on as well on Twitter and Facebook. So we're going to look tomorrow afternoon at 20 comedy novelty records. Have a little bit of fun for a Tuesday. So, got a great shows tomorrow. Got a great show on Wednesday as well. Another request from one of our viewers, so that'll be exciting. That's Nazareth on a marathon Wednesday, and it is a marathon. So I'll see you all tomorrow, and hopefully the sun will be out and I won't have to put the lights on so early. Take care for now.